I didn't hang it, man. No, I put it into the dirty clothes basket. Like, look, those three girls, like, they mean a lot to like Adam, Muad, Arman, and I, and like they're genuinely like great people. They aren't bad people or anything, but like I know against Islam, it's like bad to like have friends who are like women and stuff, right? But like to me, it's like a whole different thing because like they're such great people and like girls like throughout the year, right, ever since February they've like attacked Jenny, Tahira, and Diane for being friends with us because the girls think like our group are a bunch of racist and homophobic people, which we do not care about, right? Like we can be homophobic because we all are against like homophobic, like gay people, right? But like
Hell
the
yeah,
racist
I
part, like
support it.
they all three of those girls, right, like they defended our name. Like they didn't care if they were about to lose friendships and stuff, they still defended our name. And like they chose us over those girls who they've known for like years and years now, right? And honestly it takes a lot of courage to do that because I know if a bunch of my friends who are boys, right, were to like do something like that against the girls, right, I would not choose the girls side, I would rather choose like my boys side, right? You get me?
Hmm.
Anyways, let's go back to the lobby. Put that box right and put the pre-for map. I just want to talk to you for a little bit more, then I'm gonna go to sleep.
Okay, Sami, put that thing.
You
Thing
guys
was
want to do
me.
that too?
No, the open thing we were doing before when you first joined, that open map, the 1v1 thing, whatever. Thing with me is I'm just staying away from as many women as I mean, even when I went to that wax art museum or whatever, like I didn't even take pictures with the female wax. Like that's how far I want to stay away from women. And even with whoever I like, I don't talk to them. The person only Kabir knows, I don't even talk to them. They know that I like them, but I don't talk to them. I just keep away. I'm like telling them if you want things to get better, then just get close to Islam. That's all I care about. I was like, you don't even need to think about what's happening right now or think about us or any of this. I was like, that stuff is for later. Focus on your deen, and later you can decide whatever you want. And then they're like, what if I'm not the right person for you? I said, then okay, may Allah, give you someone better than me. It's like I don't put it at this point where I'm like making it, like I need to think about how this person thinks about me or how that person. I'll take whatever risk I can to get closer to my deen. It doesn't matter what anyone thinks about me. If it brings me closer to my religion, I'll do whatever I have to do.
I feel you like that. I get you because like you're trying to get close to Islam and shit, right? I get you like that. I might not be in the right state of mind right now, but like I get you. And if that's what you want, I'm happy for you. You know? Like I know you want like a
And
strong
like
Islamic
even
girl.
and like even after you and Sammy, like left the GC, like thing was you people still had another like friend group who you could go out with
No,
like
no,
every day.
Sammy wasn't like part of that friend group. Like after Sammy and I left, right? Like I waited for like a couple of weeks, okay, because I didn't want to make like Sammy like just get to know these guys like out of nowhere because like I didn't want Sammy to feel like uncomfortable and be like maybe like hanging out maybe like Josh is like hanging out with the wrong friend group and stuff, right? So I went like one by one, I first introduced him to Arman because I know that Arman would care about Sami because like Arman genuinely cares about me and my well-being, right? So I first introduced him to Arman and like Arman didn't like ask me before that like there's like Sami vape and shit, right? So he tried to offer Sami like a vape and I told Arman like straight away, don't give Sami doesn't vape. And then he was like, oh okay. And then after that I decided to introduce Hamuda to Sami, right? Because Hamuda is a chill nigga, right? So I introduced Hamuda
Sorry.
to Sami, and then Hamuda tried to give Sammy a whip, and I was like, before I even said anything, right? Arman was there to like first say the word, okay, and he was like, no, Hamuda, don't give Sammy. Sammy doesn't do whip, because Sammy that isn't what like Sammy does, right? And like that was before I even said a word. Like Arman spoke up like even before me, and like at that point, right, I knew like Sammy and Arman would be like chill together, and I was like, I wasn't even wrong, because like ever since then, like Sammy and Arman have gotten like pretty close, and like whenever Sammy goes over to Arman's house, like when I'm there, right, like they're pretty close, right, and I'm not even jealous of that or anything. Like I'm genuinely happy, because if Sammy is close to one of my most closest like school friends, right, I'm genuinely happy, because like, you know, at least Sammy knows like some guy who I'm close to at school. And like if it's Arman, I'm happy, because like Arman isn't even a bad guy. Like if Arman can respect the fact that Sammy doesn't whip, I'm happy. Because like if it was like another type of guy who's like, who goes against the fact that I'm telling them like Sammy doesn't whip, right, I would beat the shit out of them, because like I don't want Sammy to get into that type of lifestyle, you know? You get what I'm trying to say, Aman? Aman? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Yeah.
I agree.
Like I don't want Sammy to get into the vaping shit, because it genuinely ruins a person's well-being and stuff, and I can relate to it, and I don't want Sammy to get into all of that, because Sammy, it's just not right. I can't see Sammy going down that path, and I don't want to ever see him going down that path ever, you know.
Yeah.
I don't want to see you, Munib. Like, okay, back then, like Munib even used to do it, but now he's stopped, and I'm genuinely happy for him. Like, like he could bully me all he wants, right, for like vaping and stuff, but like the fact that he doesn't do it anymore, I'm genuinely happy.
I've already told
y'all
my
are like,
parents
y'all are
about.
like, y'all are my big brothers, you know, because y'all are older than me, and like my dad knows about me and all, about you guys, right, and he knows like you're like safe motherfuckers, you know, like y'all are people who take care of me whenever I go out with y'all and stuff, right, and like I don't want Simon getting into all of that, and neither do I want you or Munib or Kabir or Amrit or Saad getting into all of that type of shit, right? I don't mind doing it, because I know like I'm a crazy motherfucker like myself, right? But I don't want to see all going down that road, because that would like hurt me, and I just can't see all going down that road ever.
I've already told my
you know?
parents about how I don't want to get into any sort of addiction that like has any sort of effect on my health, like drinking coffee
Good.
and stuff like that. And
Just
I
get
don't.
addicted to Islam. That's all I'm saying. Look,
That's
I
all
might
I'm
not even
doing.
be Islamic. I might not even be Muslim and shit, but you're generally a great guy, and you're a great inspiration to look at. When like a guy who's a Muslim, right? And if
I
they're
mean,
going down the wrong path,
if you compare that 2020 me to this, like you wouldn't be able to realize that there's no way this is the same
I know,
guy.
yeah, because like back then you used to be like a wild motherfucker, right? But now you're like such a great guy to look up to. Like even what Hassan said before, right? Look, I know it like you don't want that type of shit to happen to you, right? Like you don't want people to look at you like thinking of you like as a greater person and like
Yeah, I
a
seriously
great
do not want to see
inspiration
that.
and everything. Cause I remember you told me that, right? But realistically, you're a great guy to look up to, because of like what you've like overcome and stuff, right? Like who you were before and who you are right now. Like it's generally a great person and like a great upgrade. And I, I, I don't want it to like go down that path. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
I don't want to see it happen. And if you can keep Munib away from all of these haram stuff, if you know what I'm trying to say, right? If you can keep Munib away from everything, I'll genuinely be happy, because I'm willing to take care of Sammy as of right now, because I don't want Sammy to get into all of that shit. But if you can take care of Munib and Kabir, I know Kabir won't do anything like that, but like Munib has like a backstory to all of it, right? So if you can take care of Munib, I'm willing to take care of Sammy, because I don't want Sammy to get into anything, because he's like, even though he might be older than me, right? I'm still like the older one compared to him, right? Because like his brain cells are like fucked up, right? So I'm like the bigger brother compared to him, and I don't want Sammy going down all that shit, right? You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Anyways, I just killed Sammy, man. Fuck that nigga.